Okay, so Theo, do you know why Dad is going to this climate march thing?
No, honestly, Jonah, I don't know. But I bet you $1 billion, trillion, million, gazillion dollars, even though it's not the real number, that it's probably for something super important.
Get off of this. So Dad, why don't you explain to me why you're going to it? Because I really don't understand.
Listen, this climate march is a big deal. For me, it's bigger than Christmas because what we're doing to the climate is so very wrong. And what we're doing is treating the atmosphere like it's a sewer, and I feel strongly that we need to stop doing that. We can't continue to put in CO2 into our atmosphere and pretend it has no consequences. Everything has a consequence. If you shove the atmosphere one way, it's going to shove back. So far, we've raised the CO2 in the atmosphere from 280 parts per million to 400 parts per million, and we show no signs of slowing down, contrary to what many people will tell you. And if we continue on the path we're on, business as usual, fracking and anything that has a tailpipe or a chimney is contributing to climate change, global warming. The globe will warm. Business as usual is going to push the global average temperature up 4 degrees Celsius. That's almost 8 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just an average. And that's in the next 100 years. And because CO2 persists in the atmosphere for 1,000 years, the temperatures we commit to now will last for a very long time. They won't go away. We can't turn this on a dime. So we need to think carefully about what we're doing to the atmosphere. You know, if we didn't have an atmosphere, the Earth would be an ice-cold place. The atmosphere is what traps heat from the sun and allows things to grow. It's like a blanket surrounding the Earth. The moon has no atmosphere. It's very cold up there. Mars has a very, very thin atmosphere. It's freezing over there. Venus has a very thick atmosphere. It's full of CO2. It's extremely hot, 700 degrees on the surface of Venus. The science is simple. The physics are real. The sunlight comes through the atmosphere. It hits the Earth. It bounces off, and the atmosphere bounces it back to the planet, and that's what keeps us warm. And as we thicken the atmosphere with CO2, we're trapping more and more heat. And as we trap the heat, we have some very real consequences in the physical world. When global average temperatures are up 4 degrees Celsius, which is a lot, we're going to have trouble growing enough food to feed the population. We're going to melt Greenland, and we're going to melt the western Antarctic ice sheet. And when that happens, sea level is going to rise, and we're going to lose places like Miami, Louisiana, the Outer Banks, Chesapeake Bay, downtown Manhattan, Long Island, the Jersey Shore. All these places are going to suffer devastating effects of sea level rise. And these are, very real consequences. The consequence I'm most concerned about is growing food. And I think it's naive that we should change the atmosphere in such a callous, unthinking way. Hope to see you there, September 21st. Do it for your kids.